Hi, my name is Mark, and today I'm going to show you how to access Simple Practice, access your clients, and see some important information about them. The first thing that you want to do is after you log into Simple Practice, you'll be able to see your calendar right here. And on your calendar, you'll see all your clients. When you click on it, you'll be able to see a little pop-out window that gives you some basic information about your client and their appointment. After that, go ahead and click on the little blue link of your client's name. Now, once you're inside this screen, you'll be able to see their name, their next appointment, and 4 tabs showing their overview, billing, measures, and files. In the Overview tab, you're going to be able to see most of the information that are in those other tabs, including assessments, diagnoses, chart notes, and any other pertinent information. We don't really deal so much with billing or measures, but the other one that we're going to be working on with is files. In files will be anything that's uploaded by the client or the clinician. This includes evaluations, intakes, anything that relates to the client you'll find in here. Now the first thing that you want to do is go to the Overview tab, and in here you'll be able to see most of the information, but sometimes it gets a little bit lengthy once the client has been established for a while. So you want to click on All Items, and in here you'll be able to filter out what you're looking for. So the first thing that you can look for is assessments. Assessments would be any evaluations, reevaluations, or progress notes. You can click on it here and you'll be able to see some basic information or past progress notes for that client. Other ones you can look at are chart notes. These would be any notes that you make, that the office manager makes, the clinical director, about the client. These are private notes that aren't shared with the client. So this would be any time that you are contacted by the parent, any time that they're rescheduling, that you have to reschedule, or anything that kind of relates to the client will be in a chart note. Next, you'll want to click on Diagnosis and Treatment Plans. In here, it'll show the client's diagnosis and the treatment plan. You can click Show Details. You'll be able to see their diagnosis, dates of evaluation, and any other information that the clinician has filled out for that client. Now we're going to go back to All Items. And in here, we're going to be able to see insurance, any client information, the contacts, and any upcoming appointments. In this section, again, we're going to see the appointment. I'm going to go ahead and click on it. This is where you're going to be able to add your chart note. So we're going to click on Add Note. Now what we want to do is we want to change this from a simple progress note to a detailed speech language pathology note or an occupational therapy note. For the purpose of this video, we're going to work with detailed speech language pathology note. Now, to fill out this note, we're going to put in the time that the client was seen. So this would be 12 o'clock p.m. and they were out by 12:30 p.m. The duration was 30 minutes, and the type of session will be listed here. We're going to work with articulation. Any updated medical concerns, and their primary diagnosis. This can be found in their evaluation or their diagnosis and treatment plan. For this client, it is F80.0, which is a phonological disorder. If they have multiple diagnoses, then you'll list them all here. For the treatment diagnosis, we're going to just go ahead and copy and paste it in here since that's what we worked on. If they had multiple diagnoses, say they had mixed receptive expressive disorder, and that's what you worked on for that session, then you'll copy and paste it into here. Next, we'll put in our subjective information, which would be, they were active, maybe and maybe a little distracted. With their affect, we'll say they appeared happy and they appeared excited. For their voice, if it doesn't really apply to your client, you can just say NA. Now in here, this is the activity. This is what we worked on. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put in here anything that we played with. We're going to put it in here, and we're going to say that we worked with the Mermaid board game. Now, measurable data is the data that you took during the session. For example, when given minimal cues, which is less than 40% of opportunities, Susie produced the K sound in initial words with 20% accuracy. Now, assessment is comparing that data to the previous session. For example, Susie increased her ability to produce the K sound in initial words from 10% accuracy with minimal cues to 20% accuracy with minimal cues. This is a 10% increase from the previous session. Now, that's how we compare to the previous session and in the evaluation. At the moment, I won't put any information in here, but we'll just say goal 1. You're going to put the current baseline, so baseline 1, and then what their current progress is, which would be 20% with minimal cues. You'll put at least 3 goals. Most clients have more than 3 goals, but for this purpose, we want at least 3. So we're going to say goal 2, baseline 2, and then current progress 2. Then goal 3, baseline 3, and current progress 3. Again, you'll be able to find these from their evaluation. You can just copy and paste it into these sections. Then, if they have more than 3 goals, you can add them in here. At the very bottom, now in this section under recommendations, we're going to choose one of these 3 options. The most common would be continue with the speech therapy plan of care. And this is what we're going to put in, what we're going to do next time, plus some very specific verbiage that has to be in there for each note. For example, this part will change, but for this client, we'll say to continue with K in the initial position of words. Now, the verbiage that has to be in all your notes, which can be copy and pasted, will be that the provided parent education during and after the session, coach parents and guardians on the strategies used and how to implement them at home, encourage active participation in homework practice. So each client should receive coaching during the session and after, and some homework to work on for the next session. Now, once that is completed, you're going to click Save. And the very important thing that you have to do is click Sign. This is when you're going to add your credentials, sign, and lock the note. Now, the last thing that we're going to work on is being able to access video appointments. Go ahead and click that appointment, and you're going to click the green button that says Start Video Appointment. That will open up a new screen with your camera, and that's how you will see your client virtually. Now, if you have any other questions or need any other assistance, please let me or the office manager know. Thank you very much.